Hat or no hat? Okay, you know what? Let's go without hat. I think Headbutt Machine and Fish Cannon should be working. I don't know why the Hello Redeem is not working. Maybe we're on the wrong screen. Okay, so I might have been fussing with my setup a bit. Hopefully it works on this screen. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome. Is nothing working? Is it Mix It Up? Oh, is Mix It Up. Okay, hold on. Dad, listen. Mods, if we could refund the deluxe whack, and a few of the other things. Actually, you know, let's refund everything, because apparently none of those were working. Head pat machine was not online. Hello. Yeah, there it is. Now it's working. Okay, I fix it. Is it a what fox? I believe you mean fierce. It's very fierce. Yes. Well. Okay, listen. The stuff happens, right? It's fine. But anyway, hello everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. We have made it to Friday. It's very exciting. We could bounce off the walls if we want to, cuz you know, we can do that. You just, you know. Deserved, I suppose. Anyway, so it's Izzy. Hello, Izzy. Welcome, Marta buddy. Could you get a shout out for Izzy, please? Whenever, so Mod might be currently trying to refund the scuff that has happened. Thank you. Hello, Izzy. Oh my goodness, what a birthday week, right? Thank you for headbeds. I had a fabulous week. I don't know about you guys, but every day very exciting. Had a lot of collabs. Got to hang out with art buddies. Oh, it's Jackie. Hello, homie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jackie, look at the hat. Wow. Yeah, I got a hat too. Also, could you get a shout out for Jackie, who is having debut in like 7 days? Yeah, it was my birthday earlier this week. Yeah. YouTube chat? It is! Now I can see the YouTube chat. So yesterday, for some reason, the YouTube chat, like, just was not working, like, at all. It is! Jackie, I apologize for increasing the nerves, but also, like, I'm so excited. None of you are ready for the model. It's so good. Trust. Thank you. But yeah, so it's been very good week. Got to hang out with a lot of homies. Yesterday, I forced my friendos to play art game. We made some fabulous creations. They're beautiful. I'm very pleased. And I'll also report that so yesterday, some of the softwares to make my model, you know, do model things, just straight up didn't work. Today it works just fine though, so that's cool, I guess. I don't know what the issue was yesterday, but it is fixed now. So now when I look this way, I actually look this way. It doesn't do the opposite thing, so that's very exciting. Anyway, the plan for today, we are going to do some art. You know, I tried to play a Jackbox game when I was like visiting family, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I avoided playing drawing games because I did not have my pen display with me. It's not the same, okay? It's not the same. You gotta have the thing. Yeah, we're gonna work on. So I started this illustration probably a couple of weeks ago at this point in time, right? And we've slowly kind of been working on it. Me being a try-hard at drawing. I mean, listen, I might perhaps like to do an art, okay? So I want to do it well, you know? That's the thing. Thank you for the brain cells. But yeah, it's Friday. That's exciting. I'm trying to think. Oh, so Sunday, guys, Sunday I will be hanging out with Dandy. We'll be doing an interview on her channel. I have never really been interviewed before. We'll see how that goes. It'll be I don't know if crime donkey is quite the right phrasing, but with Dandy, yes. That's not actually on my schedule though. My schedule is wrong. It's practice. True. So yeah, there will be an art that you guys have never seen before of me, of my little character, my little bean. You'll hear some interesting lore. It will probably be very scuffed. All of the good things. Is that what she prefers to be called? I don't know. Gumpy, you seem to be very good at assigning titles to people that they don't actually like. So I'm gonna disregard that actually. When I do an interview, the wackiest response ever. So it doesn't actually have to be truthful, is what you're saying. It just needs to be memorable. Okay, do you guys actually have any like interview tips? We can discuss that today whilst we doodle, yeah? But first, let's do hellos, shall we? I think that'd be very good. Scrolling back, hold on. Phoenix, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Invert, hello. Kyron, welcome. It's good to see you. Ivan, hello there. Welcome in. Gumpy, you troublemaker, welcome. We've got Felix, welcome in. Hello there. Hello. Tyranteres, good to see you today. Frost King, hello there. M. Torres, good to see you. Hello there. Gamble Champ, hello. Raster, good to see you today. Welcome. When you move slower, you look more confident. I mean, if you are stumbling over your words and like being like, you could be the most knowledgeable person on a subject, but if you are stumbling over your words and being like, well, what's that called? You know, the thing with the other thing, yeah, that's not very confident. So I suppose we could pretend to be very confident, right? 12-hour shift? Ooh, that sounds rough.
A bit of a snack.
Isla, speaking of interview, read the manga chapter of Dungeon Crawler Carla where they meet Odette. OMG.
Oh, I haven't actually... Okay, is it actual manga? Is this a web comic? Or like comic? Oh, I haven't actually read any of the comic-y comics. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Dungeon Crawler Carl. Would I recommend it? It would depend on if the person is cool with like gross stuff. Like, listen, the books are gross. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but they are amazing as well. You almost burnt your home down doing arson? Don't do that. That's bad idea. Bad idea. I just finished the most recent book. So I will say that with the weirdness, they have been building up to it, and also it's very good setup for the next book. And I'm not going to say more because we're trying not to spoil it, yeah? But yeah, you who had the 12-hour shift, may I offer you a scuffed art stream for your troubles today? Well, you could just not do arson. How did you... Okay, grease fire. Yeah, that would do it. So, my knowledge on if you accidentally make a grease fire, if you can put a lid over it, that will smother it, right? And if not, you like... put it in the sink so that it's off the heat, but also that might also not work. I don't know. That's a hard one. Hello. Kailua, hello there. Also, Gamble Champ, thank you very much for the fish. I appreciate that. I don't know if I actually said that. I went off on a tangent about a book. I have a problem. Oh, your cookery cast a big fireball. What were you making? Magical potions? Why fireball? That's crazy. A lid or a wet towel? Yes. There we go. Now the stream is educational. Now you know how to stop and grease fire. Maybe. You have pocket sand. Honestly, that's a very wise choice. You all keep a pocket sand like ready to go, right? Sometimes you just gotta get out of an awkward situation, pocket sand. Need to put out a grease fire, pocket sand. Need to like build a sand castle, also pocket sand, right? Like it's multi-use. Hashtag edumacational, correct. Oh, you finished the series? Yo, what did you think of Fred the Vampire Accountant? Like, it's slow at the start, but it's so fascinating, right? It's so good. Who is Wood Ann? Wait, you were making burgers and they were casting fireball. Are you sure the creature was no longer alive? Why was it casting fireballs at you? I'm very confused. I feel like that's very dangerous to cook with live creatures. Anyway, okay, so shall we go to Art Screen? The big news was this week, huge success. I feel like it was fabulous. I had many funs hanging out with friends. I hope you guys did too. I always feel like I can't multitask enough to like keep up with chat and also like keep up with conversations. So today it would just scream no clear answer. That is unfortunate, yeah. Hello. It definitely got better the more it went on. Yes, I very much agree. Mark, hello there. Glad you could make it today. All right. Let's go to Art Screen right after I remember to start the magic hand. Collabs result in less chat interaction. Okay, it's one of those, like, I really like doing collabs because I get to hang out with the homies, but I also, like, I want to make sure that I'm talking with you guys too. That is also important, right? Okay, but now, for today, let us examine what we are working on, yeah? Let me go sit over here, and then we'll swap over to here. Scratch, hello there. Glad you could make it today. I just want you guys to know that I am aware that it gets a little awkward and you know, but I still like you guys. My denizens are the best. It's true. All right, so the area of the background that we'll be focusing on today is this chunklet, yeah? Because like there was, hold on, I had a different doodle here. Where is it? This one? Yeah. So this is what you guys saw before, right? Well, I looked up some reference pictures and I've decided that we're going with like a different sort of a feel for this area. Only Not Complaint, it's a series. It was hindered by the memoir style.
I'm a bit of a snack.
So are you. Alan Hart.
No, you! Also, Red War Machine, thank you very much. So yeah, so this particular story, do you know of The Royal Road? It is a read short story sort of thing, where I believe it started as like a web serial sort of a thing, which is why the beginning is so awkward and why like it repeats the same information a few times. But yeah, I can see why that it takes a little bit away from the Fred the Vampire Accountant series, because you're like, no, I know this. I'm reading the book. This, you said the same thing like last chapter, right? The noises in here, it's just eating fish. I believe it was like a serial series sort of thing when it was initially being written, yeah. Fish don't scream when they're cooked. What series? Fred the Vampire Accountant. The first book is called The Utterly Uninteresting Account of Fred the Vampire Accountant, or something like that, I think.
Hello.
But yeah, Fred the Vampire Accountant. That's the book series we're talking about. It says it's utterly uninteresting, but I guarantee to you it's very good, actually.
Hey,
hello
you
there.
should save.
Glad you could make it today. You know, I should save, actually. That is very good. Please utilize that redeem as much as possible. I would appreciate that very greatly. Alright, so I've looked up some reference, and I keep trying to add this, like, blue to the sky, but if the sun is as bright as it is, I could actually just have all of this be, like, yellow-white. It immediately lies. Yes. Yeah, the world building is fascinating. Well, in this story with the world building, the character knows nothing about anything, right? Basically new to this world. It's kind of a fish out of water story, which I think is a very good genre. It's like, how do you make a character interesting? Well, you have them react to this strange new world that they're in, right? But anyway, we want the sky to be much brighter. And then I think we're going to make some of these plant more like yellow. I think we're going to try for yellow. Oh, if you would post those, I don't know, are you comfortable posting those in like a public Discord? I think that would be better. Yeah, if you have somebody who already knows everything, then they have an inner monologue where they have to explain to the audience, and that is very boring. That's very boring to do it that way. Try for blue and yellow. You know those are on like opposite sides of the color wheel, right? Or are you just yelling into the void? Okay. Oh, good luck. Have fun at work? Question mark? Oh, I know why this is being weird. We have a perspective layer turned on. Yes, good. Yes, I see. Also, we need to grab these colors. So I have, okay, we're doing the full ADHD brain today. So I picked out a new song to sing for karaoke, and it's gonna be, I would consider it kind of a risky song, but it's such a good song though. Which Discord? Let's go for, let's see, I guess you're in the game Discord and the VTuber. Try VTuber Discord and then creators channel would be good. And they were never seen again. Oh no! Okay, so if main character understands the world and can explain it, usually you have to have some character in the book that does not understand the world, right? Because if it, I don't know, it's very awkward to just be like, ah yes, they know everything and now they must explain everything. Do I like this color? It's okay. What is the tone? Is this darker? How is this darker? What? Okay, we got some weird color things going on here. So I don't know if you could see up here in the top right. This is where this green color is sitting. And if I click on this, this is like darker and more saturated. That would be why that looks funny. Oh, I see. Okay, how to fix then? Okay, so if we take this color, let's grab this color and let's grab a more yellow. Does it need to be yellow or like orange? Everything you know is wrong, or let's restart training from the ground up. You know, that also works. If your character complains like, ugh, I already know this, you know? That also works. Cause like, listen, you don't go around explaining how your blender works in your mind, right? You're not like, the blender, this lovely piece of technology that allows me to make a smoothie with the power of electricity and you know, like, you don't. Well, actually, I guess I can't assume that. Does anybody narrate their own life like that? Do you think about, this blender works on magical principles? Power from a giant fan powered by steam makes magical energy come through the walls of the house. Everyone goes around explaining how the blender works. You think so? Science is magic. This is true. Sounds like good writing practice. Do it. Let me know if it helps, yeah? Poison. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That one? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so the other issue, we have some line work that probably needs to be colored, because this is, I was throwing off all the feels of the background. How to make the lines disappear, but also make them work. Let's see. You need to be about this tone of line. Yeah, there we go. Put me on some of these. Oh. Yes, Squishla. Oh, a chocobo. Okay, okay. Fine. You got me. I am fierce. That's true, though. I'm very fierce. Computer chips are rocks that we have tricked into thinking. Right? That's wild, if you think about it. Also, with just coloring the lines, we have, and like these extra random lines, we have the illusion of detail now. Fantastic, marvelous. It should go back to a coin flip? What do you mean? The redeem? It is a coin flip. No, listen, at one point in time, I tried to have, like more than one option, but then people complain because they thought it was biased in one way or another, which it totally wasn't. Gumpy, are you sure that's the thing that you want to admit, that you never think? Ever? Never ever. Really? Huh. Humans are meat that have tricked itself into thinking. I mean, I guess you are technically correct. Is everything just being tricked into thinking at this point? Who knows? Okay, so we have this. All right, I think we need to change the color. Actually, let's go to this layer. So basically, what I'm doing right now, we are just sort of, what'd you call this? It's not blocking in color. We are fabricating a feel, I think, is how we could describe this. I want it to feel like a proper background. And then we can go in and gussy it up a little bit later. Bone robots with meat engines piloted by a blob of electrically conductive fat. I mean, I guess when you get technical like that, it's kind of wild, right? Okay, so these lines are also too dark. So let's grab this color. And let's grab this color. Do we like that? Actually, kinda, yeah. Were you tricked into thinking? Oh. Okay, and then we have some buildings. I would say that looks... Does that look like it's in the background enough? That's the other question. You might want to make sure nothing is on fire. I think you're probably good though. I think the sky is still too bright. Okay, so this is the color of our ground here. This is very bright, technically, but I think we could push it a little bit more toward white. And then, I think what I want to do, let's go into need to overlay all the color. There we go. That looks more like a bright day. think we need to take a little bit off of this like overhang. However, we will have a lot of light bouncing up to hit the thing there. Bounce light is weird, but I think that'll work. Okay, so then these buildings, the lines look a little weird. Also, where is the courtyard? Okay, so that's this. Okay, so I actually want to grab shading color, and we're trying to make this like overall a little bit darker. If our sun is like up here, this awning is actually going to be casting a heck of a shadow. Let me turn that off temporarily. So we need to fill in this chunklet. Everything's fine? Okay. I feel like we might need more blue. Just because we have some weird contrasting colors over here. Hey Isla, you should save. You know, I should save, thank you. Very good, we have saved. Okay. So I think we might need a little bit more color on this wall, chunklet. Oh. Thank you for the head pats. Alright. How to... Actually, what is our shadow color for character? Okay, give me this color. Then let's go to here. Alright, let's add a bit of lighting. Bum, 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 bum. Very floofy hair, very important. Let's see. Let's see. We need to do this. We need to catch. That will catch lighting. So right there. There we go. Hello, hello. And me, Isla. Welcome. Also, thank you for the brain cell. I appreciate that. Put it to good use. Okay, so that's looking a little better. We still have... There's still something weird right there that I need to figure out. I'm actually really wondering if... what if I just kind of, you know, blurred all of that? Would that, I mean, it's way in the distance. So, like, it could be blurry, and then nobody would notice. Probably. I can use telekinesis now? Yo, that's sick. Wait, how does that actually work, though? Listen, I've never had these powers before. Probably that's, probably I should not be trusted with this much power. I might use it responsibly. Maybe. Thank you for head pats. Okay, so if I take this and we copy and we squish them together. What would this look like if we blur the background? It definitely pushes it further away. Honestly, this, you know, all my squiggly lines, it kind of works now. Okay, is there anything that we would need to fix before we call that finished? I kind of think it's good, actually. There we go. One background. I mean, you can still kind of see where I left all the squiggly lines, but if you look at this is what happened before, right? We have the hint of the correct detail. If you squint, it kind of works. So that way when it gets all blended together, it looks like a background. Wow. And I think that's probably good. So yeah, there we are. Oh, okay. Oh, hello YouTube land denizen. Guys, we have the menu for tonight. We are having we're having Mexican food tonight. Honestly, that sounds really good. Thank you for the applause. Alright, so we have that, which is very good. So then we need to figure out... Okay, we have like a weird little thing right here. What is this? What layer are you on? What are you? Are you this layer? Okay, so that's all that layer. There is something somewhere that is causing this weird, like, I would call this a popped corn because there's some weird something or other happening right there. What are you? No, really. What layer is this? Excuse me? It's not this layer. It's not that layer. Okay, well, it's definitely in here somewhere. It's not that. Oh, it's you! Oh. Alright, let's get that out of here. There we go. Lovely. Alright, now we turn these layers back on. Okay, I think we do need to continue. We just need... Let's go to this layer. Let's grab these colors. Let's actually grab the color. That would be good. Just need to make the ground look like it continues up this way, right? That looks a lot less weird. It's a very small, lethal detail, but if you just left it there, it'd look weird, right? Oh. Today we are learning. Let's see. Okay, so I have this. This is where all of the line art lives, I suppose. Need to... I'm actually going to get rid of this line. Do I want to get rid of that line? I mean, I could, I suppose. Give me this color. Oh, you're gonna do something weird, aren't you? Okay, is that fine? That's probably fine, right? You did? Okay, cool. Thank you. I will check those out later. Now that I'm looking at this green right here, this is a very dark color, especially for how, like, bright the background is. Like, we have some crazy lighting happening here, right? I also want to make this chunklet darker as well. So let's grab this shading color. Let's go back to... Let's just make a new layer. Okay, I basically need to make a selection. I need everything but this building right there. Yes. Okay, no, wrong one. This way. Here we go. Feel like, let's see, got sunlight bouncing in and around. I feel like this bottom part needs to be a little bit more brightly lit. We actually need a selection specifically for this chunklet of doorway. We will have to probably exclude the characters from this, but we'll do that in a bit. It's a Dalerian. Hello, homie. Welcome in. How's it going? Also, can we get a shout out for Dalerian, please? Oh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Today might be a good day for a nap, honestly. Okay, I think this is too lit up. Hold on. Where is it you? No. Is it you? Also no. Is it you? Yes. Okay, we just need to remove some of the color from here. But we want to leave some of it because there's light coming from the sun, bouncing off of the very... Hey, Isla, you should save. I should save. But yeah, there's light bouncing off the floor, and then it, like, basically makes gradients up the sides of things, right? So, like, we want some of that color, but we don't want too many. Okay, let me also save. You went swimming? Oh. We also have a stretching and hydrating redeem. I did save, so let's do stretching and hydrating, yeah? Fantastic. Delicious. Okay. But yeah, swimming is great fun, but it will make you want to nap. For sure. But it's like Friday, right? So naps are not only allowed, but they are encouraged, right? Okay, would there be bunches of light? Would there be no light? I think none. Why? By swimming when you can stand? I guess if you are very tall, that would make it difficult to do a swimming. Yeah. You know, there... I don't know, there's some depths of pool where swimming is required, right? I guess unless you want to put a, those old scuba suits on that are like very heavy. Alright, we need to take a little bit off of this as well. Just a little bit at the top here, because ambient occlusion is a thing. Look at that, it's practically glowing, wow. I probably actually need to add a soft light layer. I think we need a little bit more. Shading just right there. Nope, that's too much. We definitely need something more through there, though. I might actually need to go in and figure out what's going on there, but... You overdid it yesterday drawing Huayman. Aw. Please make sure to take care of yourself, okay? Do stretching, right? If you need to. But also, definitely make sure to take breaks. Listen, I know drawing Huayman, very important, but also, like, don't hurt yourself to draw Huayman. Maybe it's the lines. Maybe the lines. We have such different, like, line weight qualities. Do I want to fix it, though? I mean, probably. Right, I'm going to need my perspective ruler. Are you the correct perspective ruler? I don't know if it is. Is it you? Are you the correct ruler? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, very good. Now let's see if we can fix some of the line work. Like, it's one of those things, probably, it's fine as is, but it's also the different line weights are gonna bother me until I fix it. I think when I drew this originally, I was planning to go back through and fix it anyway. Maybe. I think a different brush would actually help as well. Was it worth it? Okay. Different line widths. Drawing ruined. Yeah, just, you know, put it in the recycling bin. It's fine. Mistakes were made with the latest table runner? Oh no. Oh man. It's my understanding, like the whole measure twice, cut once thing. Not only does it apply to woodwork, but also to quilting, right? But yeah, learning experience. You learn things, right? But yeah, it's not like you can just take it apart and put it back together again, right? Not that I would advocate for that either, because time investment. Oh man, if you guys are not in the Discord, the quilting stuff that I've been seeing, it's super cool. Okay, that's a little bit cleaner. I will take that. That is a lot of seam ripping, yeah. Okay, so if we look at this particular building right here, it's kind of weird, huh? Like there's weird wonkily stuff in architecture all the time, but it kind of looks extra weird because this bottom part of the building doesn't line up with this other building. And now I'm wondering if I need to fix it? Do I need to push? I can't really move this building. This building is good. It's done. Probably. Okay, that all looks fine. I will accept all of that. That's fine. How would you make this look right? Give me a moment. Okay, before I do any big editing or saving, let me see about... What if we were to add... maybe some tiling or like a brick sort of a thing on the ground? Might help. We might also get some really wonkily perspective stuff happening. Okay, you come on, perspective line. There we go. Oh, apparently it's been an hour. Measure twice, cry once. Honestly, solid shirt idea. Okay, let's hide our perspective layer. Do we like this? I mean, we've got some weird line weights, but also having a little bit of a texture I think is probably very helpful for the outside area, right? Only eat once? No, you're supposed to eat 3 meals a day. That's how it works. Anyway, it is break time. let's have a break, and then we will contemplate floor tiles when we get back. It's very exciting, I know, but like, I think having a little texture on the ground right here would be very beneficial. So we're gonna do that, but maybe like a little better. I think that would be good. So yeah, enjoy break screen, everybody. 3 eels per day. Yes, that's correct. Do they have to be fully grown eels? No. I'd say like mid-size eel is fine. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy break screen. We'll be right back, okay? Yeah. Ah. Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together. Wow. Alright, let's continue, shall we? Wow. Hello again, everybody. Also, Sunset Shimmer, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen.
You should save.
Okay. Saving. We have saved. We've done it. Bam. Okay. I think I'm gonna sit about here now. Why not? Oh, I can like gesture at the art now. Wow. Okay. So, what do we still need to do for this? I'm actually kind of wondering if I could move the homies a little bit. Now that I'm looking at the tiling, if I were to change the line color just a smidge, I think that's all that I would need for these chunklet. I think we just need to grab this color. And then where it's nice and bright, just change the color a little bit. I think that's all it needs. Okay, so let me grab all of these beans and we'll just make them stand a little further away from the shop. I think that's what we're gonna do. And now it looks ever so slightly less weird. A bit. Okay, but then we need to make sure that we take a look at feet placement, right? I think the perspective on these feet in particular are a little weird. I think we actually need to make this leg a little bit longer, just a bit. Give it an emergency foot extension surgery. Hello, hello. Okay. We need that, we need the brush, we need to connect the leg back to the rest of the body. Very important. Wah. Yes, correct. Okay, and then we need to go to color mask. Let's fill that in. Let's go to fill that in with color. Okay, why? What is this? What is this? You're being weird, aren't you? Yes. Okay, we've got that sorted. Very good. Okay, so then we also need to figure out. Not sure if the feet need to be connected. You think that the feet should not be connected to the leg? Are you sure? I feel like that's probably a good idea. Maybe. Right, we do need to go back to multiply layer. Let's grab shading color. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out where our big lighting chunklet is, because this that's a little too bright, actually. Is it you? No. Is it you? Sort of. Is it you? No. What layer are you on? Is it you? It is you. Okay. Rayman? Who is this Rayman? Shoe bones connected to the leg bone. Yeah, that's how that song goes, right? %. Excellent. Okay, they are now. They look like they're actually on the ground because the shadows actually touch the ground. Wow. Like got some weird lighting. I added this earlier. Now that I'm looking at it again, I don't actually like it. So let's actually get rid of some of this. Okay, what else do we need to do to make this more finished? That's the next question. I mean, there's more stuff that I would like to add, but I think if we could make this overall a little bit more done, more finished, that would be better. Let me actually go to... Okay, so this is... Wait, what is this? That might be a little too dark. Yeah, I don't actually think I like that. At least not chunks of it. Hold on. I'll lighten up the actual, light. And then... How do you make a window look like a window? Hum. How to make a window look like a window? You throw a brick at it? I don't think that's how you make a window look like a window. No, I'm thinking we need some white, and then let's see. Here is the room. So if we were to grab, is it a window or glass? Glass, right? Just handprints everywhere. I mean, you are technically correct. That would do it, yes. Okay, so we are just going to add in... This is gonna look kind of weird for a little bit, but we are gonna make this really, really shiny for a second. Right? Hold on. Maybe this will work. Maybe. Let's find out. I'm gonna turn down the opacity a little bit. There we go. Okay, windows. I think maybe might need a little bit more. Does it look like windows? Or does it just look like... we need something right here, but this little bit of light, that's not it. How does one tie a hatchet? Or I can read, I swear. How do you make a bun with a hatchet? Well, I mean, you kind of... Listen, the trick is you put your hair in a ponytail, okay? Then you make the bun shape, and then you kind of just loosen up where the ponytail connects to the head, right? And then you just kind of shove the hatchet in from there. Yep. Are you gonna try it? Oh my gosh, let me know how it goes, yeah? Furniture reflections. So, reflections in glass are always odd, but I suppose that... Oh man, I need to refresh myself on how perspective and reflections work. So, basically... How to phrase. Let's think about the science behind this, yeah? Light bounces off an object, like the table, and then if it's on a reflective surface like the glass, maybe that is just that simple. Hold on. Let's see if it is. Give me this. Let's just grab... Hey, Isla, you should save. You know, I probably should. Saving. There we go. Nope. You wanna know why? Magic. That's why. Yeah, it's... Well, that's the thing that makes reflections tricky, right? Because, like, if we just put, like, a little blob here for, like, the table, right? Maybe a little bit over here. And then a little bit right here, perhaps. And then we make it a little bit sort of transparent-y. And then let's take out some chunklets for, like, I don't know, the drinks and stuff, right? The question is, does this actually look correct? Do we need to make this like a screen effect? You kind of can't really tell that it's there, unfortunately. Yeah, so sun's up here. That's why I don't know if these are like shorthand for the lighting, and I don't know that they work. You might be right there. But yeah, reflections happen when light bounces off of a surface and touches the glass, right? But then it also depends on where the viewer is looking, right? Like, I kind of like I kind of like some of these. That does kind of seem to work. This one seems to work less. Maybe? Maybe? Like, this is without any of the reflective stuff on currently. Maybe we just change the direction of this one. Maybe if we just make it look more like lighting, normal lighting, right? You want an Isla reflection like right here? I mean, we could try it. Couldn't hurt, right? I wonder if some of the other issues, it's because... actually, let's try it. Let's try it. Why not? Why not? After all, why not? Why shouldn't we try reflections? We're supposed to be trying different things, right? That's how you learn things. Except if the glass is there, the reflection for the Isla would be about there. Does that work? I don't think we would see plant. We might see like a little bit. Okay, let's mark out where. See a little bit of maybe this brighter green, like there. You know, a little bit of the soda, like here, right? Maybe some more white for our chip bag, right? Like, it's kind of a subtle effect. Does it make it look more like a window? I don't know. What do you think? Like, part of me is like, yeah, it kind of does, right? Maybe? Maybe. 100%? Okay. The optical illusion. That's some solid advice. You think we need a brick? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where I'm gonna put a brick in this picture. Actually, I know exactly where. Listen, you see this wall right here? Hello. This is all of the bricks are in a nice, neat little stack right here. There you go. There's where all your bricks are. J Bear, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Thank you, full brain cell. Hello. The Chaos King Angel of Death. Yo, let's go. Hello. Got a stretching and hydrating routine. Okay, thank you for the brain cell. I'm gonna also just kind of save real quick for funsies because I can do that. Wow, we got some spines to pop. Love that. Let me hydrate. Delicious. Okay, so other challenges. I keep looking at this plant and I'm like, this plant, it's not working. Something isn't working. So let's figure out what the heck is going on with the plant. Yeah? Yeah? Ba, 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 why? Okay, so that's this layer. Then we have this layer. Why
Hello.
are you? Okay, now I see the problem. Okay, so how to fix plant? Rat with a piece of bread. Hello there. Glad you could make it today. Also, I see you there. I can kind of wave. Waving. Hello. I see waving emotes. It's a little awkward. My arms don't quite wave properly. I could probably add a wave thing. Maybe I should add a wave. Oh my gosh, I'm doing very good. Celebrating like birthday week all week. It's been very good. Got to hang out with a lot of homies. I am ready for a Friday nap though. Not right now, because we're doing art, but like after stream, I'm probably going to eat a food and then have a nap. I think that's the stratagem for me for tonight. Do I want to? Do I need to change this color? I kind of like this color though, but also it is interacting weirdly with plant. Plant, why are you being weird? Plant, I desire for you to not be weird. So, going to steal the lighting effect and then we are going to change it. That's a little too much, plant. Plant, I need you to be normal creature. Okay, is the yellow too much? Maybe it needs to be more green. I think we need more green. More yellow. Something doesn't look right. Why don't you look right? The code for the stratagem? Okay, so first off, it's left, right? Because you got to hit left at least 3 times, because that's eating food, right? Then you hit down, and it's like a long code. You hit down 5 times. It's 8 total arrows. Yeah. You've never seen my art before? Ah, thank you. Honestly, probably you've never seen it before. I am very dilatory, meaning I'm very bad at posting to social media. It would be really good if I did. My homie D was like, you gotta post stuff, and I'm like, but she is correct. Posting more to social media would probably like help a lot. Like a lot. I don't know why posting to social media is so difficult, but let's go. D is a fabulous being. Ah. I mean, we could say nice things about D. What's the social media? Well, okay, social media is kind of scary. Okay, so being an artist person without going too much into hot topics, not a fan of other people utilizing my art for things. Also, just that, like, oh my goodness. You know what? I take it back. We're not going to rant about social media. I have trouble with posting on social media, and we'll leave it there. Honestly, that's like a super fun way to find cool VTubers. You're like, oh hey, I like this person. Wait, they're friends with this person? Okay, let's check out their content. Oh wow, they're super cool too. That is kind of how it goes. It's very good. Ooh, should we add a little bit of a... I mean, this is basically in shadow. I think we should add a little bit of lighting here, though. Maybe? Yeah. You know, Dandy, let's go. Dandy is also fabulous bean. Oh my gosh, I'm still very excited to be hanging out with her on Sunday this week. That should be a good time. That's exciting. Happy, I know it's been a while. Happy late birthday, I suppose. Grab this. We need to... Yeah, like that. Okay, and then go to this layer. Nope. Here we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, so gotta figure out what's going on with the bottle. Let's figure that out, shall we? So I'm kind of thinking that we need to... Let's get rid of some of the... Some of the shading there. Okay, so things we have to keep in mind with the bottle, right? There's stuff inside the bottle which is going to cause it to have some shadows and stuff, right? We're going to need some colors in there. We have a room that has light bouncing around all up inside of it, so that's going to affect the lighting. We have big bright outside light as well. So if we keep kind of those, well, the main thing is there's going to be a shadow here, right? Because there's a pillar like right next to it. And then you just got to imply that there's something on the inside of the bottle with the flowers. And then aside from that, we're probably good. Let's make it a little bit lumpy as it's a bottle. I think that'll be good. And then we need to grab this color. And just fill it with light. There we go. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. Dandy is probably very nervous, but also like very excited for surgery to happen. I'm fairly certain she's talked about it, just to let everybody know what's going on. But okay, so we got that. Can we let's lock the transparency. Can we make you more? Actually, if we grab this like reddish color for like the wood. Yeah. See, now that's an interesting color. Do I want this color? Do we want to add this color for the bottle? It doesn't really work, but it's kind of interesting. Dandy is a very strong bean. Yes. Hey, no arson during streaming hours. You stop that. Ooh. Good luck with internet, okay? Thank you for dropping by, and I'll catch you later, okay? How to draw. So we have this glass dish, and I'm trying to think, how would you actually make this look like it is being lit up properly? Like that. Probably let's get rid of most of the shading here. I think this is all like the soft light that we need to make this look correct. Correctish. No, listen, I don't like gnomes, but I also do not think it's a good idea to like try to destroy them, okay? Listen, it's not, they just make sure that they're not in the den, and then it's fine, right? Oh, that's an interesting color. Wait, where are you coming from? What is this? Do we like this color? I mean, I do like this color. How interesting. Okay. I feel like we might regret doing this later, but also it's pretty good, so maybe we'll just Okay, so plant leaves, they're not like transparency, right? But also they do kind of glow when they have light directly on them. So I'm kind of like, how to balance this out? I'm still not particularly happy with the way that my plant looks. I think this is definitely like a step in the right direction, except for this one. That's too many detail. Just punt it over the fence. The plant is growing on you. Does it need trimmed? You think so? I see what you did there. The root of it was a joke. We approve of those. problem is that we need to... Okay, let's go back to just our shading layer. That makes it look like this. What I think we actually need to do... We need our base color to be slightly different-y. Okay, so what we're going to do... I'm gonna grab just this one green. We are going to grab green color. Let's grab a more... probably more yellow. A little bit more saturated. That's not really the color that we want. Maybe more like this. Okay, and so by adding that, if we turn back on, that looks more like plant. There we go. I'm pleased with that. Now I just need to clean it up a little bit. Okay, lights coming from up there. We're gonna have like a little bit. This leaf behind this other leaf is just creating just the tiniest little shadow right there. Just a smidge. Do we like that though? Do we? Okay, that's probably fine. So then we need to turn off that layer. Then we go back to our multiply layer. Then we're going to fix our lighting layer. Okay, sun's coming from a different direction. All of this is actually going to be lit up now. I'm using maybe an odd sort of brush for this. Let's grab a different brush. Okay, how would the lighting for this leaf work? Let's see. Would this all be lit up?
How might you to this neck?
Do I see a fierce Isla looking cute or a cute Isla looking fierce? Silver think.
Okay, well, first off, thank you for the fish, but also it's fierce. There's not, the C word has nothing to do with anything. Okay, you are mistaken. That is a mistaken principle, straight from the start. Yes. Yeah, Saberlily, thank you very much for the fish. Okay, we also need to figure out how to make our glass orb look like an orb, but also that it has some shading. How is the lighting? How does the lighting work for orb?
Hobnob. To this neck.
Oh, so I see a fierce Isla looking fierce? Fair enough, Celosia.
Correct. Yes, that is accurate. We got it. Save Lily. There we go. We got it. Thank you for fish. New quilt pattern? Yo, winning. Let's go. Planeswalker go winning. Making new configurations. Is it quilt patterns? You should call them formations. That way it sounds like that would be like extra cool sounding, right? I think we just need like some gradation type stuff through here actually. Yeah. Okay. New plan for this thing. Let's grab all of this, why not? Yes, good. And then we fix our wonkily selection stuff. We're gonna have kind of like that, maybe thing like that. Looks vaguely orb-like. We do need to make it look a little bit transparency, but we'll work on that in a bit. I'm gonna try. Thank you. Honestly, I am glad people find enjoyment in my streams. Yes. Oh. Thank you for head pats. Okay, so we have orb. Let's grab... Okay, let's make a selection. Then we need to turn this on. Okay, so that selected this layer. So we need to make our selection bigger. Then we invert the selection. Then we delete outside of that. Yes? Yes. Okay, and then we grab this color. And I think I made this part a little bit weird. We might have undone some stuff here, but that's fine. We can fix. That looks more plant, right? That looks a lot more like a plant. Oh. Good, yes, good. Okay. Following up with that, we are going to grab brush. Okay, how to make this glass thingamabob look more like glass? Well, we're gonna grab this background color. And we're kind of just gonna squish some color there. That's like step one, right? We might make that... Well, that's interesting. That's actually a very interesting effect. I think we're gonna do that. And then we need this green, and we're going to do a little chunklet of that. Same thing here. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of detail like on this wall back there, but I think that will make it look transparenty enough. Oh, really? Aw, I encourage you to do art. Let's go. That's honestly winning. That's. I am very pleased. Glad I could help. There we go. That looks a lot more like plant. I am pleased with that. All right. Follow up with that. We need maybe an. Let's grab a soft light layer. A big soft brush. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I usually grab an audiobook whenever I am doing... we need to clean up some of that. But yeah, usually I listen to an audiobook, so I very much get it. Twinning. I kind of want to brighten up these plants a little bit as well. Body doubling is legit very, very helpful. Even if it's just like... I don't know, you're like, hey buddy, hey pal, hey friendo, I want to do this thing. Can you just like exist in the same like room, right? It's very helpful. Solid motivation right there. Oh, we could do Burb. Oh, let's paint Burb. Okay, how to paint Burb, right? Okay. Honestly, it might be easier to just paint the Burb. However, let's see about... Okay, our shadow's going this way. I feel like the shadow there might need to be a little bit different. Also, give me this color. Then... No, Burbs aren't spies. Burbs are just silly little beans, that's all. We might need to... Might need to brighten up some of the colors there. It's fine for now. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to grab table color. We have learned the secret about you make stuff reflective looking, or kind of. You do a thing like this, and then just a little hint that it's sitting on the table, right? And then we are going to... that is not the correct color for Burb. Okay, what's going on here? Give me this color. There we go. That is also not exactly the correct color. But anyway, we're trying to do the outline of Burb, because when the glass gets like thicker, the color becomes more color, and How to. How to make burb look three-dimensional. So yeah, okay, so it is probably fairly ambitious to try to draw a glass bird. Anything that is transparent is very much dependent on the background and, you know, the reflections and stuff. And if it is a slightly see-through colored glass bird, which is what I was thinking for this, okay, we'll take it one step at a time. Okay, general light source. It's kind of hidden. We have a little bit of light hitting the face. Okay, so let's take it one step at a time. Let's go back to our multiply layer. Most of the burb is in shadow, right? So a little bit. Let me turn that off for the moment. We're gonna keep these reflections because I think those work. Gonna have a little bit of shading on part of the bill. Then would the center part be? Okay, we'd have a little bit of shading from planter box. That's on the ground shading. Let's see here. How do you add the lighting? Make sure the wiretap is invisible. Okay, yeah. I'll do my best to make sure that he's concealing it properly. Okay, I think basic shading would look like that. Then we need our... we have a lighting layer. Why does your beak look weird, birdie? Okay, so then we have some... do have some reflections from like the table, right? Let's actually grab this color, because that is a much brighter color than what we've got on Burb. To make sure that that shows up like that a little bit. Put some there. Okay, saving. Okay, let's grab this color. Wait, what is this? Hold on. What is this? What is this? It's you. We have something weird going on with layers. There we go. That is helpful. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I feel like there would be... we have like a whole room behind this picture, like out this way that you can't see, right? So if we take this like purpley color, and then if we go...
you should save.
You know, I should save. Okay. Saving. Okay, it has saved. So if we were to just add winged texture, right? But it doesn't really need to be this complicated, probably. Okay, so this is from the room. We just need, like, the tiniest little hint of environment stuff. Yeah, yeah. Hello, hello. It's Dandy. Hello, homie. Welcome. Also, Sissy. Hello there. Glad you could make it today. We're trying to draw a bird. A little glass bird. Moderate success? Maybe? Oh, you know what we should do? Actually, factually though. Hold on. Let's grab nice bright color. How to make it look correct. Glass has this weird thing where light go through it and it kind of glowy looking. Listen, don't snitch on the burb, okay? He's doing his best. Okay. You know the phrase little birdie told me? Well, he's gonna have to tell somebody, okay? Or wait. Oh no, ads. Okay, ads are happening. We're gonna run away and do ad break time. Everybody enjoy break screen and we'll be right back. I didn't realize it had been an hour. Oh. You know, I've had an idea. Okay, listen. We need to color the lines. That's what we need to do. Also, hello everybody. Welcome back. All right, listen. If we color the lines. Oh, yeah. No, we got it. Okay, hold on. First off, let's grab these. Let's clean up our lighting chocolates a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, like this glass thing as well. If we color the lines. Guilty. Hello there. Welcome. Where? Okay. Lines. There's one. Okay, so they're all in here somewhere. This one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's just see. Let's just see how much doing a bit of this would actually help to sell that it is in fact glass. I'm actually wondering. Also, can we get a not soft brush? That would be very helpful. Got some interesting things happening there. Do we like this? I don't think this color is quite right. It's close, but it's not quite right. Hold on, I need to sneeze, please. Nope. It'd be cool if it did, but we did not get to sneeze. I feel it though. These are the worst type of sneezes. Wait, is Borb not there? Is Borb? Okay, Borb is here. Oh, look at that! Wow. Okay, listen, denizens, we have to have a talk about a thing, okay? So you know how you keep, okay. Earlier, I mentioned I wanted to have a nap, and somebody immediately went, Napla. I mentioned sneezing, Sneezela, right? This trend of names that you're doing, right? I actually love it. Also, hello YouTube land denizens. Yeah, my ears are more magnificent now. Subvert expectla. You thought that I was gonna be like, no, stop doing that? No, it's great. Are you kidding? I could have a million nicknames. Maybe it needs to be a darker green on this side. Let's go with... Oh, now that's an interesting effect, huh? Oh. I feel like getting rid of the lines as much as possible, especially for like the glass stuff. Like that looks That looks much better, right? And then if we were to go into, where are we adding? This one? No. This one? No. Somewhere I have. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a new layer. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna grab this color. I need to fix whatever is going on with this. Let me actually grab this color. If we draw a line from the table, right? Do something kind of like this, right? Would this be a lit up thing, or do we need this to be like more like this? Every nickname, I get a new form. I'll be so powerful. Distinct at the top, but faded at the bottom. You mean like right here? Yeah, we might need to go back and touch that up more. But also, hold on. Let me finish current train of thought on this. So I don't like how this looks currently, but I want to see if we can make this look a little bit transparent-y by adding like basically a color overlay. You know what? That's probably how we need to do this. You know, actually make it look like it's part of the scene that it's in. That definitely looks more transparent-y, right? Right? And then if we were to, if we lighten up like random chunklets like this, that would be where bits of light were hitting it from the other, you know, from the outside, right?
The studio is really filling up.
It's a koi! Hello, koi! Thank you very much for the raid. And it's a rainbow! Hello, hello. Welcome in, homies. How is Streb? Do you guys have fun? Ooh, Baldur's Gate 3. So, okay, I tried playing Baldur's Gate 3. There are so many useless items that you can pick up that I was always encumbered, which I think is a problem for me specifically, but no, that's super cool. Okay, so last time Rainbow streamed playing Mugenics. It's not, unless useless if you're... Wait, you can throw stuff? Is there actually like a class where you can just pick up random items and chuck them? Draw left. Steals fish. Shall we call the police? No, I don't do villain activities anymore. Yeah. Now, actually, any game where there's like a bajillion things to pick up, you have no idea what's useful and what's not. It's always a problem. Like, what? What do you mean I can't have this thing? What do you mean it's not useful? But what if it is, you know? And then you just have to keep it. That's my problem. Constantly being encumbered. Yeah. curved glass will both diffuse and focus light, hitting it to create areas of brighter light where opaque objects would create shadow. Yes. Oh. See the odd items? You can't sell them, true. Yeah. We got... So I do plan to add a bunch of homies. I don't know if I can add everybody. But like, we got some more space. We're gonna have Dandy here. We got some picture frames that need homies in them, right? Perhaps a certain meme scholar will make an appearance. We'll see. Depends on how much space we have. For now, we're working on the painting glass. This, okay, we did like 2 things. This actually does look a lot more better, right? It looks like glass. Oh. I am actually very pleased with that. We added what? Okay, not transparency. Bam, transparency. It's magic. It's uranium glass? Actually, no. So uranium glass is this is more green. Uranium glass is more of a emerald color, and depending on the type, it can be like hardly green at all. But then you put it under UV, hot dang. But no, it's not quite UV glass. The color is not quite right. But kind of cool though. That's a whole different, how the heck do you draw that sort of a thing though, right? Uranium glass was orange? It can be. That's like a more rare version, I think. But it's like a weird... Okay, listen. If you like to collect weird trinkets, right? Uranium glass is perfectly fine. Just don't like smash it and eat the crumbs, right? Don't breathe like the little particulates, right? But it's perfectly safe to have. Just don't break it. You know? But it's interesting. It's fascinating. You put it under UV light and it glow. It's crazy. Eat it whole. Yes, there you go. Eat it whole. Actually, you probably don't eat it. That might not be ideal. Oh, YouTube land, you enjoy the purr? Thank you. That's good. I do it probably too many times, but that's fine. Eat crumbs. Denizens, why do I feel like you delight in doing the opposite? McDonald's Garfield glasses? Wait, what? What's this? Oh. Did they make them out of lead or something? No, you don't. Uh-huh. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the burb and I'm just like, maybe we need to maybe we need to make this burb look like it's a little bit more in perspective. So we're going to do like that. Does this need to be multiply layer? Probably. Yeah, there we go. It was only made during a specific band of time. Okay. You wonder why are the denizens so contrarian? Perhaps it has something to do with me? What did I do? I'm not that contrarian. Only when it's funny. Which, granted, is most times, I suppose.
Fine. Fine. It's fine. I guess I am cute.
It is fierce. I'm very fierce. That redeem is full of lies. Isla told yous to always deny everything. Listen. I'm fierce. I'm very fierce. Okay, I'm fierce only. Also, since we are here and looking at the thing, give me this color. Okay, we got a stretch and hydrate redeem. Very well. Let me just do one quick thing. Hold on. Have we figured out the secret to making glass look vaguely like a glass? Maybe. That definitely looks a little bit better though, right? Okay, saving, and then we had a stretching and hydrating redeem. Okay. Oh. Spines, they pop. Very good. Delicious. Okay, so now I have so many layers. This is a problem. Maybe. Anyway, for now, let's grab this color. And let's actually fill in that chunklet and that one and probably these ones. I wonder if we should color the lines for the plant as well. Maybe. Thank you for fish. Thank you for the fish. Man, the level of detail on this picture is so different. Like, we've got this glass. I mean, it's very sketchy still, but like, this is probably these two things. The random glass bottles have the most detail out of everything else on the picture, which is kind of a problem. A bit. We should probably add more detail to more things in the picture. Probably. Okay. start with adding just a little bit more detail to here, yeah? Like the pictures on the wall? Yeah, exactly. We could finish drawing some homies as well. Ah, so many options. You know, now that I'm looking at this, it's kind of weird that these glasses are just kind of floating and not like touching the face at all. So perhaps that would be a good thing to like, let's see. Glasses would touch here, then... Is that how that works? Maybe something kind of like that? It's a sandwich, yeah. What kind of sandwich? Well, it's got protein and vegetables and probably a sauce of some sort. It says scales and bones, yes. Surprise, there it is. We could finish drawing Dandy. True. Okay, so let's... Nope. Okay, so we selected all of this. Let us expand this selection. Then we need to invert it. Then we need to... No, that's quite the wrong layer. Okay, we'll probably have to add back a little bit of... Let's see. A little bit of the highlighting there. Okay, so whilst I'm messing with this, I'm also thinking about what I want to draw for Dandy on the wall, right? That's also what I'm contemplating. Okay, now the other question is, where is the line art for this? Okay, somewhere in here. It's not there. Is it this one? Aha! We found it. Okay, very good. Let's grab a new layer. Why not? You know, it'd be really good. Oh man. I was actually wondering if we could do the like thing where she like leans forward with her like detective magnifying glass, right? Dandy throwing haymakers. With the smoking pipe. Does Dandy have a smoking pipe? I don't know. But it would be good to show off that Dandy is like a centaur, right? I mean, that would be pretty good as well. Her office does smoke. This is true. I've seen it. I don't know why. She has 8 hands. Do you mean that's how tall she is? Like that is a measurement thing. We could also have. You know what I should do? Hold on. Before I do any of this, let me sneakily go grab a reference for Dandy. Hold on. You'd think that I would have this already, but I don't know where I put it. Okay, got it. She fights like she has 8 hands. Oh.
Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together.
A snowy winter night. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. Let's see. Got the ears. We got the hair tendril. Let's see. I feel like Dandy would enjoy running through a field. I think that's what we're gonna go for. But I also kind of want her to have like a cool like pose, right? But then what do I do with arms? How to arms? Okay, let me look the reference again. Hold on. Okay, so Dandy actually has like a gun, so I think it would be really funny to also give her a pose with that. horse sneak up on somebody. Like she's doing noir detective work type stuff, right? So she's like hiding. There's a wall here, right? And she clip-clops and sneaks her way to the wall, right? Okay, so follow up to that. Let's see here. What does Dandy see off in the distance? Bam, bam, bam. Hello, hello. Do you think Dandy has like muffly horseshoe types that can she? I mean, horses do have shoes. Do you think that she would wear like sneaking slippers? Thank you. Welcome back. Also, I'm as fierce as ever. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Gotta check the references. Dandy's like sheriff outfit has a lot of belts and like a jacket. Oh, true. I would have to look up reference for that, but we could also just have like, you know, you have the giant like burglar bag, right? Maybe the tail like this, and then somebody sneaking down the road. I think that'll be fine for like a placeholder, right? I think I've actually met Ringtail Ferret at one point. They seemed like a very cool bean, but I didn't. It was during one of the me stories that Dandy has. So like, it was more chaos trying to figure out what was going on, I think. You want sword hair sticks? Honestly, that would be awesome. Okay, just for funsies, let's go ahead and draw, let's see. Actually, you know what would be perfect? So, we've got, you guys know Perry Indigo, right? Imagine if we just had her little grabbers. This could look like Perry, right? I think that'll work perfectly, actually. Then we got, let's see.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
You know, I should say, that's actually a very good idea. Okay, we have saved. Might have a few more little slots. But yeah, I think for Dandy, I think that will work very nicely. As an interesting sort of picture as well, right?
Right?
Nope, other way. So, looking back at this little smear on the glass, that's like a reflection, this actually works really good. I am very pleased with that. We figured that out today on stream. It's very good. So yeah, slow progress. But the important thing is we figured out the background today, right? We fixed plant. We got bird. Bird probably still needs some more work. This looks really, like, good, even though it's very sketchy. But I think we could probably call that done. It's probably done. We do need to do a little bit more work. This might be pretty good. It's not bad. I'll take that. So yeah, I think we will call that for today. I need to go in and figure out some more details, but yeah. It looks like a burb weasel. I don't know if I know of those. The scuff was very mild today, yes. Yeah, it's supposed to be a glass burb. If it doesn't look like glass, something isn't working with the art, but that's okay. The important thing, we got this bit, that looks pretty good. This also, that looked pretty good. We got some homies figured out. We got fish. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, let's go back to chatting screen. Mom. Ta-da! Here we are, back at the chatting screen. like a bird hunting whistle? I forgot those exist. Maybe I should get a bird whistle. I'll think about it. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much for new outfit. Surprise! You put it in water and it sounds like tweeting. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, hello. Stream just started. Yeah, yay! Hello, it's me, Isla. Here we are at the den, and today we are going to be yapping. Wait, was I not just chatting the whole time? Ooh, whoops. Oh yeah, we could show off the whole outfit. Yeah. Okay. Well, first off, hat. Hat is very important. So we got that, right? And then we have skirt. Whooshy skirt. There you go. There is the whole outfit. And look, I can move this arm now. Wow. It's very nice to be able to like move both arms. There you go. The outfit. There it is. Yeah. Hat. Okay, so in all seriousness though, I am winding down. Raise both hands. Was that fast enough? You said real quick. What was that fast enough? Maybe I could do it faster. How's that? Are you trying to get like a screenshot? Are you gonna put a fish between my hands? Oh, that'd be nice. But no, okay, so no, listen, the important thing, this Sunday, I'm gonna be hanging out with Dandy, okay? I will post a link in the Discord whenever we are live for that, but that'll be Sunday. That's not actually on my schedule. How could I? What do you mean? How could I what? What'd I do? I followed instructions. A secret stream? Well, it's not really secret. We'll be over on Dandy's channel. It's like what you call it? Like one of those guest appearances. It's like that. What day? Sunday. Legs that have the power to make somebody act unwise. I don't know why, but that's such a great phrasing. But yeah, that's the big news. But yeah, for now, everybody. Will Not Safe for Extremes ever return? It depends. Maybe. Possibly at some point in future. Not right now, currently though. Honestly, it's like I only have so many time to do things, and I only have so many social battery, if I'm honest. And like I love streaming, I love hanging out, but it's an introvert thing where you gotta have time to like just chill, right? And so I don't know. I don't know if I have the I don't know what you call it. I don't have the infrastructure. I don't have the infrastructure for Not Safe for Work streams. But eventually there will be spicy art again. Oh. Yeah. So it's one of those things that like it would be good to get back to spicy art, but yeah. It's been a while, huh? I will continue to think about it. But for now, everybody, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you Sunday for when we hang out with Dandy, yeah? Yeah. Alright, let's go reading. The wherewithal. There we go. That's the $4 word that we were looking for. That's a lot of fish. Oh, almost. That's almost enough fish for chaos. But yeah, everybody, have a good weekend. I'll see you next time, okay? Okay, bye. Wow. And now, Humst to read. Ah, Dee is playing Subnautica. Dandy's live. Ooh. You know what? We're hanging out with Dandy on Sunday. Let's go say hello to Dandy, shall we? I think let's. Alright. The raid is now beginning. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for hanging out with me.